Welcome children to our second class of algebraic expression. Today we'll be learning about terms and factors of algebraic expressions. Okay, so first we'll study about factors. Now here, first example, I have given a numerical number. That is, there's no variable here, just to explain to you how we get factors. Now we have studied that 2 into 3 is equal to 6. In this case, 2 is a factor of 6. 3 is also a factor of 6. That means what? When two or more numbers are multiplied, each number is a factor of the product. So it is same with algebraic expressions also. Now when I say 7ab, it's 7 into a into b. So each of these 7a and b will be factor of the product 7ab. So what is the factor of 7ab? 7a and b. So I hope you have got an idea about the factors. Now in this case, what are the factors of minus 4b? So how do you get minus 4b? By multiplying minus 4 into b. So factors of minus 4b will be what? Minus 4 and b. Similarly, we have 2x square y. How do you get 2x square y? By multiplying 2 into x into y. So here you observe that I've written 2, x, and y are the factors of 2x square y. That means if x is repeated, here you have to write both the x. I hope it's clear. So any algebraic factors which are repeated here should be written in the same manner. Now we come to terms. Now the term as defined is what? A product of its factors. So these terms are added to form expressions, okay? Now suppose the 4x square. So we obtain 4x square how? By multiplying 4 into x into x. So the factors are 4x and x. Similarly here, minus 3 into x into y will give you minus 3xy. So the term minus 3xy is a product of what? Minus 3 into x into y. So what are the factors of minus 3xy? Minus 3x and y. Now you can also write in this manner. Now suppose we have to find out the factors of x square z. So in this case, first we write what is the term x square z. It is a product of the factors. So what are the factors present here? X, x and z. Now I have just shown you this for an explanation. X square z. Here I have used dotted lines to show the two x and the z which are multiplied to form this term x square z. Now here minus 3pq. How do you get minus 3pq? By multiplying minus 3 into p into q. So the factors of minus 3pq are what? Minus 3p and q. Minus 3p and q. So I hope you have understood the factors. Now here are some numbers. To find terms and factors of the following expressions. Now here I have given you 4 expressions. So you know by now how expressions are formed, isn't it? And terms are added or subtracted to form expressions. That is also one definition. Now here, usually we don't say terms are subtracted, You'll know later on. I'll come to that. We usually say terms are added to form expression. Now here we have 1380 minus 7b square. So these are two terms here. One is 1380 and one is minus 7b square. Minus 7b squared, minus sign is attached to this part. So I've written in the, for your convenience, expression, terms and factors. I've made 3 columns. Then I've written all the expressions on one side. Now, you know, 2x square y is also an expression in the first class we have already studied. Using of fundamental operations, it can be multiplication sign. Here all are multiplied. 2x, x and y are multiplied to form this expression. Here there are two terms which are added. Now why did I say added here? Since I'm taking minus 7b square as one term, so if I add here and put this minus 7b square within brackets, I'll get the same thing, 1380 minus 7b square. Now I write here, let's go to the first one, 1380 minus 7b square. So the two terms are 1380 and the other one is minus 7b square. And I have written in this manner so that because factors of each term will be different. So for 1380, factors are 13a and t. We use commas to separate the factors. For minus 7b square, factors are what? Minus 7b and b, isn't it? Similarly, for this expression, 2x square y. So this is one term. For this expression, we have only one term. This is a term also, expression also. And what are the factors involved here? 2, x, x and y. Okay. Now the next sum. 4s minus p plus 6. So how many terms there are here? There are 3 terms. One is 4s, the other one is minus p, and the other one is plus 6. This is a constant term. So for the variables involved, we have written the factors. So for 4s, these are the 3 terms, 4s minus p and 6. For 4s, 4ns are the factors. For minus p, you can write minus p also, or you can write minus 1 and p, because minus 1 into p will give you minus p. So you can write these two as factors, or you can write straight away minus p only. But in this case, when it is 2mn minus b square, now 2mn is one term, minus b square is one term. I hope you're clear with that. Now for this, 2mn, you know, 2m and another factors. But for minus b square, now for b square, we know b into b is b square. Now what about the negative term? So it is always better if you can write in this manner, that when you do coefficient, you'll come to know this better, that minus b square is also equal to minus 1 into b square. So now writing the factors will become easy for you, minus 1 into b. So that's what I've done. Okay. So now the terms and the factors that you have learned of an expression can conveniently be represented by a tree diagram. Now, so this is a tree diagram. So on the top is the expression where we write, what is the expression? The first one, I've done the same expression here, 1380 minus 7b square. And here I have done a continuous line. And then I've shown the two different terms at the end of the two lines. So one is 1380, one is minus 7b square. Now for factors, I've used dotted lines. There's no hard and fast rule, or there's no specific reason, but it is just to show the difference between expression terms and factors we are using one continuous line here and dotted lines here. So for 1380, the factors are, there are three factors, 13, A and D. So there are three dotted lines here. For minus 7b square, we have written minus 7 here, B and B. Now for here, we don't have to worry about writing minus 1 separately because we already have minus 7 here. So minus 7 B into B. So this gives you minus 7b square. So there are three factors here also. So three dotted lines. Now for this expression, it's 2x square y. So term also, it's a single term, 2x square y only. And what are the factors involved here? 2, and there are 2x here, and there's 1y. So 4 factors are involved. So we draw 4 dotted lines. So 2x, x, and y. So this is called a tree diagram. I've done a few more sums here. The same sums have been repeated. So here the expression is 4s minus b plus 6, where there are three factors here, which are, three terms, which have been shown here, 4s minus b plus 6. And for 4s, there are two terms. For minus p, there is a single term, and minus p you can write. And even if you write here two dotted lines and add minus 1 and p here, it will be correct. And 6 being a constant, we have left it as it is. So we are concerned with the algebraic part of it. So we have written the factors in this manner. Now for expression, the next one, 2mn minus b squared. So two terms here. So they are separated here by that continuous lines, 2mn and minus b squared. So here I have written 2mn has three factors, minus b squared has also three factors, because b squared will have b into b, and minus 1. There's no number here, so we take that as minus 1. We know because minus 1 into b square will give you minus b square. So generally we omit the minus 1 sign. So here we write minus 1. So terms also, as I said before, that we usually say terms are added to form expressions. Now how do you say, or how can you say that terms are always added to form expressions? Now here I've given you one example. Now see 2a plus b. Now these are addition. B is added to 2a. So these are two terms. 2a and b are two terms which are added. Now in this case, 7mn minus 4. How can you say two terms are added in this case? Now here 7mn minus 4, as they have learned in the addition of integers, that 7mn plus minus 4 will give you the same result as this. We say minus 4 is added to 7mn. That means, if you remember, subtraction is, when we subtract a number, it is same as adding the additive inverse of that number. So if we have to subtract 4, what is the additive inverse of 4? Minus 4. So if we add minus 4, it is same as subtracting 4. Is it clear? So once we get this, we can say 7mn and minus 4 are added to get the expression 7mn minus 4. So that is why we can always say terms are added to form expressions. So these are added to obtain the expression 7mn minus 4. So I hope you're clear with that. Expressions can have a single term, can have two terms, can have three terms, can have more terms. So when I say an expression has two terms, that means the two terms are separated by an addition or a subtraction sign. When I say an expression has three terms, they are separated by addition or subtraction signs. So I hope you have understood now how our expressions formed, what are the terms, what are the factors of the term. A term is a product of the factors. So I hope it's clear to you. So whatever things I've done just now, you can write in your practice copy, understand it, and then this you do in your classwork copy. It would be nice if you could write the questions and the solutions. Exercise 12.1, number 1, all the sums, you write the question as well as the solution. Number 2.1, you do A, B, C, and D. Number 2, the second part, you do E, F, G, H. These you do in your classwork copy. So I hope it's clear to you. So, bye-bye.